What's up, leaders? Scott Mathie here, author of Watch My Results. I know I'm the founder of Nix Your Limits, founder of the Dollar Leadership Club. Not everyone knows that I've written a book, and so that's actually why I'm starting this series. I want to give it out. I want the content in your hands, and in the end of 2017, the start of 2019 is actually when this book was published, and so it's been an incredible journey. It was a lifelong goal of mine to write a book, and now it's out there and it's real. And you know what? It's more important to me that the content just gets out there, and so that's why I'm creating this series, because I want to go through it chapter by chapter with you, so that you can change your game, so you can nix your limits, so that you can accomplish everything that you're setting out to do for yourself. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump right into this, and I may give you some insight, go a little bit off script, but consider this the audio and video version of the book, Watch My Results by Scott Mathie. So pumped to get into this with you. Chapter 1 is called the Nix Your Limits Mindset. All right, your mindset is one of your most powerful tools. It's not that new planner, the latest cool app, or even your phone. When you are wanting to improve, it all starts in your head. It doesn't matter how many tools and tricks you have in front of you if you aren't in the right mindset to use them. Okay, that's super key, and I gotta repeat it. It doesn't matter how many tools and tricks you have in front of you if you aren't in the right mindset to use them. My definition of mindset is made up of a few things, but it is all centered around your attitude. Attitude is everything. Your attitude impacts how you approach every single day. Your attitude determines how you manage school, work, relationships, everything. This is where it starts for your success. Part of that attitude is having confidence. Not that you are already where you want to be, but that you can get there. You need to have the right attitude. Not that you are better than anyone else, but that you will stay positive and keep going even when the times are hard. You need the mindset of the person you want to be tomorrow, starting today. Your attitude isn't given to you. You choose it. Way too many people let their environments dictate their attitude. When you let the person who stepped on your shoe, the guy who cut you off in traffic, or a bad score on an assignment change your attitude for the rest of the day, it isn't on them, it's on you. You choose how to respond. You choose. Think about the last few days. What has gone wrong? How did you choose to respond? Did you rise above a setback, or did you set back your chance to rise? Make the commitment to not let that happen again. Here are two quick examples. So here's a situation. Things come up and you are late to your first class. A weak mindset would say, today's just not my day. I don't expect anything good to happen. A strong mindset would say, things happen. I can still get plenty done today, especially in the rest of my classes. Here's another situation. Members of your study group don't show up at the scheduled time to go over notes and study. A weak mindset says, well, guess I'm not studying for that test. I think I'll go get a milkshake. Or a strong mindset would say, with or without them, I'm studying. Now understand this, having a positive attitude doesn't mean that you aren't allowed to feel frustrated or disappointed. It's okay to experience negative emotion. Emotions are natural feelings that come to all of us. But what action do you choose to follow those feelings with? You might not be able to control what emotion you feel, but you are in complete control of what action follows. To help you navigate negative emotions, be more proactive about seeking positive feelings. Start the day thinking about the good you can do. What you focus on multiplies. So if you start the day thinking about what you're excited to do, you will see more things that will get you excited. If you start the day dreading tasks, you will only find more despair as you go along. Shift your focus towards the things that motivate you. You might not like the first class you have in the morning, but are you going to let 1 hour of your day negatively impact the other 23? Not anymore. Start your day determined to make the most of how you spend your time. Choose to maximize the moments you have throughout each day. At the end of the day, make it a habit to evaluate your day. Ask yourself these questions. Did you know what feelings you wanted to generate today? Did you react positively to the challenges you encountered today? What are you proud of overcoming today? This is where self-awareness is so important. You need to learn to identify when you feel different emotions. Being able to take a step back and say to yourself, okay, I'm frustrated and angry right now. Why? What can I do about it? And then move forward can be one of the most beneficial tools you could ever develop. Reflect on what makes you feel angry or frustrated. What happens to bring those emotions on? How do you typically treat others, your responsibilities, and even yourself during those times? How can you shift away from the negative emotion and towards a positive outcome? The Nix Your Limits mindset is a combination of a positive attitude, owning your ability to choose what action you take, and shifting your focus on the things that motivate you. These are regular tactics you can utilize to help you reject any limits. Someone else's choices do not have to limit the amount of success you see each day. Don't give up that power. I remember when I felt that big shift in my mindset towards school. My college football career had come to an end, and even though I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do for a career yet, I knew that I wanted to get the best education that I could. I had always been a good student, but now I wanted to add purpose to my present. If I was going to be in school, I was going to get the most out of it that I could. My athletic career was built on work ethic and mental toughness. I was by no means a naturally gifted athlete. In high school and college, there were plenty of others who could run faster, jump higher, and had more natural talent than me. My first semester of college, I took a Psychology 1010 course where for one fleeting moment in a discussion, I heard about a new area of psychology called sports psychology. This focused on mental training for athletes, like weightlifting, but for your work ethic and your mindset. A few semesters later, when football was over, I remembered that area and decided to jump in to learn all I could. I went for it, declaring myself a psychology major and enrolling in more psychology courses. One of my classes offered an opportunity to do some research with the chance of presenting research at a statewide conference. I had zero experience with it, but knew there was no better way to learn, so I jumped in. My psychology professor, impressed by my desire to be involved more, and invited me to join the psychology club on campus. I didn't know anyone, I didn't know what to expect, but I knew it would be another way to learn, so I jumped in again. Soon I found myself in the presidency of that club, being invited to present research at a conference and even filling in for that professor when he couldn't make it to class. I didn't care if I wasn't 100% sure I was going to pursue a career in the field of psychology. I didn't care if people thought I was focusing too hard on school. I did it because each opportunity felt like something I could gain knowledge, connections, and experience from. So many students get held up thinking they must have to have 100% clarity to move forward. You don't. I promise, you just have to get as many experiences as you can, and you will find your way. It is great to have an idea in mind of what you are pursuing. That's how I got started with sports psychology. But as I continued throughout school, I found myself shifting away from the sports-only focus and to succeeding in business and the workplace too. That presented me with even more amazing opportunities, but then I found what truly made my heart race and fill me with fire: leadership development. I don't worry about the what-ifs of my past, I just keep pursuing opportunities to progress. I want you to chase your true passion, not a job title. You might have grown up wanting to become a doctor. You worked through high school towards this goal, started college with this goal, but then hit a huge wall. You start having mental battles because you don't want to be a doctor anymore. You want to be an elementary school teacher. You have sleepless nights over this because you have been saying you wanted to be a doctor ever since you were little. What will people think if you don't go to medical school? Are you going to give up on your dream? I've worked with a student who had this exact mental dilemma. It wasn't about being a quitter. They felt confident about changing gears to pursue a path in elementary education. After working with them, we both identified that their true passion was wanting to help people. Initially, the student thought that meant helping people live healthy lives. But after doing some service hours at the local elementary school, they knew they would be missing out if they didn't live a life helping young children learn. Find your passion and purpose and chase that. The job titles will change along the way. My first career job had a job title that I didn't even know existed until I saw the job posting. Same with my second job, and even my third. After starting to travel as a leadership trainer, I became exposed to more and more new potential job titles. If it helped me act on my passion and purpose, I did it. I learned this lesson from football. In middle school, I had started lifting weights and taking athletics as seriously as any middle school kid could. It showed too. I was the running back on our football team and loved everything about it. My freshman year of high school, I would go to the varsity team practice, working as hard as I could to earn playing time. When it comes to football, the playmakers like running backs get the attention. They score the points and get their names in the paper. I learned why I loved football during the summer before my sophomore year of high school. One day, the varsity football coach showed up at my house. This was odd, but I went out and met him in my driveway. He asked me if I was looking forward to another year, and then he said he had a proposition for me. He asked if I would be willing to switch positions from running back to playing on the offensive line. At first, I was shocked, and my first response was to feel totally offended. Did he not think I was good enough? What was he saying? My coach told me that he needed his stronger and more athletic guys on the offensive line and would rather have his best in those positions and then have someone else run the ball. He told me if we have an incredible offensive line, even an average running back will help us win games. He said that if I wanted to stay at running back because that's truly what I wanted to do, then that was fine with him. But he did help point out that if contributed to the team and seeing playing time in the varsity games was my goal, I would have a much better chance at that on the offensive line. I trusted my coach, so I went for it and never regretted it. That same sophomore season, I became a starter for the varsity team, which would have never happened for me as a running back. My sophomore season taught me what it was like to be an offensive lineman, which taught me more about how a football offense works, which made me so much better for playing at my favorite position, linebacker, on defense. I loved being a linebacker on defense more than anything, and this choice taught me how to be better at it in a way that I did not expect. I look to that decision as the shifting moment for me to then earn my way onto the All-State team my junior and senior seasons, along with playing in college. Find out why you love doing what you do, and you will be happier. Trust yourself and start expecting more from yourself. You have it in you. I'm not asking you to do anything you can't. This isn't a teach a fish how to climb a tree situation. This is a helping the fish recognize that she can already swim faster than anybody else. She just has to get started. Know that it is possible. Know that you can. It just takes the first step, and then you keep going after that. You must promise to start, and then you must promise to keep going. This book will help you focus on taking the right steps, but just reading it or listening or watching won't help you get there. It will be up to you to take the action. It will be up to you not to give up. Here's the best part. You can start right now. This very second can be the second that changes your life. You just have to make it so. Start shifting your attitude, start taking action, and start mixing your limits. You've got this.